I'm Jazz from 365boys.com, and I am here with the Tatted Mentor himself, Mr. Derrick Grace, author, speaker, as well as a homeschool instructor.
All right, Mr. Grace, one of the biggest things that's plaguing, especially the urban communities when it comes to their food, is called food oppression. What is that?
The target marketing of impoverished, low-income, and burdened areas with non-healthy food and low nutrition.
Miss Grace, what are you?
A goddess.
What's the goal to be?
Independent.
What you gonna be to grow up?
A boss.
But in order to do that, you gotta do what?
Create stuff.
You lost everything today. What you got tomorrow?
Intellectual property.
And what is intellectual property?
You can take your possessions, but they cannot take your money.
Is this curriculum only for people that homeschool their children or no?
No, actually, like you said, I'm a homeschool instructor, but I crafted it with the people in mind that weren't able to homeschool. I got a lot of questions previously, people asking me, how can they make the transition if they don't physically have the time, with jobs, college, just higher education, all those variables that come into adult life that hold us up. So no, it's not just for parents that homeschool. It's actually an additive for parents that do have children in school, for them to instill certain principles and certain things that they feel like are pertinent to the child's education.
Okay. So with this new curriculum, what are some of the things that you would want people to be able to take away from reading it?
Man, one of my biggest things is we all see it. It's actually a rarity, which I don't think it should be, but it's a rarity. Every once in a while, we'll see a child that is 13, they graduated high school and they start in their junior, sophomore year of college, XYZ, and it's this big, amazing thing. And not to take anything away from them, it is a great thing. But I think if we establish responsibilities, accountabilities, and just empowerment at a younger age, we will have a lot more children that are mentally, and physically, and financially equipped to take on the world at a lot younger age.
Right. So speaking of age, like what age demographic are you aiming for here with this specific curriculum?
It's actually open to all demographics. When it says curriculum, it's more so a lifestyle change and transition. It's not necessarily, pinpointed to certain things. It's actually giving you an overall view and overall guide on how you can, like I said, empower, enlighten, and emancipate your child, whether they're 0 to 18, whatever the case may be.
Okay. So with that age range, what exactly are you looking for them to unlearn?
Oh, that's a good question. One of the biggest things, not even just children, but adults as well. A lot of us are essentially just being guided off regurgitated information. None of us have a individual perspective or viewpoint on the world around us. We take information from television, from grandma, from friends, whatever the case may be, and we just simply run with it. So my biggest thing is 4 principles. I want us to unlearn the realms of self-love, self-education, self-reliance, and self-awareness. I think those are four of the most biggest missing factors of not only children but adults as well in this era.
What do you expect parents to actually take from this curriculum?
If it was one thing, I would go with individuality and empowerment. One of the biggest things I like to, logically put upon the parents is we have to stop raising our children to be dependent on us until 16 and then dependent on another stranger until 70. Life is about evolution. Every day our nails grow, our hair grow, and our grass does as well. Our mentalities has to do the same thing at some point in time.
Okay, so with this unlearn and relearn curriculum, is this the only thing that we can expect? Like, is this just a one-time deal, or can we expect more curriculums to move along, like you said, as we're growing?
Right, yes. Following this one, I'll be releasing a co-parenting curriculum at the end of November. And like I said, this is volume 1 for the parent and the child collective, so there definitely will be several volumes to come after that.
Can you tell us where we can actually pick, that unlearn and relearn?
Yes, the unlearn and relearn volume 1 for the parent-child collective will be available on both Amazon.com and my website, amillibound.com, AMILLIBOUND.
Again, for any exclusive and in-depth interviews, head over to 365boys.com. Meet me there.